Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play and initial impressions review for War of Wizards VR, a game released on the Steam store today, September 21st, 2022, for the Valve Index and the Oculus Rift. It normally retails for $20, it's on a release sale 20% off, and I received a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. These are the options. They're very limited. Screen flashes red when injured, yes. Hurt floating word. Hide life bar. I'm not sure that's actually good. Now, I did lower the music volume for copyright concerns, and it's also a little too loud by default. I don't think I need to reset the position for my controllers, and I don't want mixed reality. So I'm just going to save, and let's get out of there. This is the main menu, and you can change your avatar. So you have a pick of 4. This is the one I'm choosing, and you have 2 stabs you can pick from. You can buy spells. So this is the one that I want to buy. And the reason I want to buy this is because I actually played against a bot that had this, and this thing just ripped me apart. There was nothing I can do against it. If you get an ass on it, it's got 4,000 HP and 300 attack damage, and it's just a behemoth. And I just couldn't do enough damage to it to bring it down. And he had a heal spell as well, so he could just keep healing it. And there was nothing I can do. So if I do have one big criticism of this game is that some of these spell unlocks that you do make the game unfair against your opponent. So if you have them and they don't, you're probably going to win unless, you just mess up big time. So really the strategy is, do you have the best spell or not versus actual MOBA strategy. So this is a VR MOBA PvP game, magic-dueling game. It does have multiplayer. You can do 1v1s, and I have actually played multiplayer, and I did play against another player. The queue time was very quick. I was surprised about that. I did not think there would be other VR players, and I have also played against the AI. These are the spells that I have currently. Like I said, these are the magic shop where you unlock spells, but I only have 641, and I need 1200 to get the Titan, which is what I want. You can choose these other spells, but I think I have the 4 best for actually winning. So let's do a practice versus the AI. I'm going to do normal mode. Now, even with normal mode, I have lost more times than I've won. Just because, like I said, they might have a spell that I just can't counter. So you draw your spells. So, there's been lots of magic dueling games. I think Wands was the original. And I want to say that actually started with Gear VR, if I'm not mistaken, but I know it's on the Oculus Rift.
3, 2, 1.
So you draw your rune, and you try to draw it as big and as accurate as possible. And I only got a C score, so that wasn't very good. Oh, man. So I can actually heal, so a lot of the damage that he's doing... Oh, I actually took off the health bar. So the option had it on. I am playing standing just so I can move out of the way of a lot of the damage.
You have destroyed the enemy turret. Good.
So while they've been trying to kill me, I've been spawning actual enemies on the ground that are attacking their turrets. So more than likely I'm going to win because they have a losing strategy.
Great.
And I'm healing again. So I'm out healing their damage, and I won because of that. So Yeah, it's not usually a good idea to focus on damaging your opponent, because if they have a healing spell, you can basically out-heal their damage. And meanwhile, my summons were actually attacking their turrets, which is the objective. So that's why I won. You see he had a dragon, which is different than me. He also had a summon. He never used it. He had like a blizzard spell, and he had a hurricane. So that's the opponent, the normal bot. So let's do one more against the AI, then we'll try multiplayer, see what happens. But again, it feels like... by the way, it does feel like you earn too little when you win. Like you don't earn enough coins really to buy anything even when you win. I'm slowly working up to the 1,200. We'll see where I'm at after this. Let's see if I win or not and see how many coins I earn.
Ready for battle. 3, 2, 1. The minions have spawned. Great!
That's usually my best spell as far as actually drawing. Let's see if I can...
Good.
And I'll have to also... So again, he's doing damage to me, but I'm healing not just myself but my minions, and they're attacking his turret. Now he has a hurricane spell, but that's not going to be enough. You know, that does. I think that's a waste. That's a really bad spell. Let me see if I can get him to miss. Yes, I got him to miss. I kind of guessed where he was. Easy dodge.
You have destroyed the enemy turret.
And so, yeah, I think I'm going to save my mana for the healing spell. Because I don't really need... Oh, okay, well.
Good.
So again, I healed myself. I'm probably at full health, to be honest.
Victory.
And easy win. I only got 80 coins, so... Magic shop, I'm still nowhere close to getting the Titan. This will take many victories. I got pretty lucky. You can, even against normal, if they have a magic spell that's really strong, like the Titan, you're going to lose. So let's try multiplayer. And it says estimated in 32 seconds. We'll see. Again, last time I was able to get a pretty quick queue. I was surprised about that. The person did have an inappropriate name, though, so I hope that doesn't happen again. I might have to cancel this and edit it out. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but so far the queue hasn't been very long. But who knows? You know, this is a new game that just came out. If it takes longer... Okay, it didn't take very long, so we'll see. I'm surprised there's anybody else playing this, though, to be honest with you guys. I don't know if they can hear you. I don't think so, but it's monochrome. I don't know who that is, but we can play because, again, and this is, if he has better spells than me, there's nothing that I can do.
3, 2, 1. The minions have spawned. Great!
He's doing a big spell. Okay, but you know what?
Great! You have been killed.
So I died, but again, I have more on the field, so I have the advantage. And as soon as I spawn, I'm going to draw another one.
Good. You have destroyed the enemy turret.
Like right now, it really doesn't matter what he's doing. What is he doing?
Great.
And I'm healing myself now, so they're like. Again, I don't know what he's doing, but he's gonna lose. Nice playing against you, man. What is he doing? He's wasting his time.
Great. Good.
And he's been wasting his mana, so.
Good.
So now I just have to wait for my mana spell, for my healing spell, and it's game over for him.
Good.
Yeah, it's, you know, now I'm just attacking this turret now.
Victory.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Like I said, it's not really worth it to attack your enemy. They can out heal your damage, and if you're just focused on your minions, you should be able to control the field, unless they just have like a very powerful spell. Like I said, that oh, he did have it. Oh wow, that's very dumb. If he'd have just used his Titan, he would have won. But he never used it, because he never had enough mana, because he was spamming his spells. Which is not smart. Anyways, this is an okay game as far as multiplayer. You know, you might have fun with it. And, you know, maybe he was doing the smart thing. Maybe you are supposed to spam your wand. I don't know if it wastes mana or not, actually, now that I think about it. I know that drawing your spells does, but I don't know if just that default spell he was using uses mana or not. Maybe I should have been doing that as well. But I think this is too expensive for what it is. You know, I played wands. I've played the Unspoken. I played Spellpunk. I played Blaston. And this just feels a little underwhelming, you know? And I played MOBAs before. This doesn't really feel like a MOBA. It just feels really like a 1v1 magic-dueling game where, you know, obviously you have your ground forces. You have to keep tabs on them. But then, you know, basically you're dueling. You're trying to avoid damage while damaging your enemy at the same time. And obviously he was able to get these big fireballs, but it didn't matter because I was able to heal myself. And I still had more minions actually on the battlefield. So, you know, I had the advantage. And I could die, but I still have control of the field. So, yeah. But like I said, if you have this Titan here, if you draw an S on this Titan with 4,000 HP and 3,000 attack damage, I mean, especially since you can, if you have a healing spell, I don't know how you're supposed to take that down. So I kind of feel like the game's unfair. Like, if you have better spells, you should win. And he would have won if he had just focused on this versus whatever he was doing. His strategy wasn't a good strategy. He should have just focused on summoning this Titan versus what he was doing, which is spamming a spell, trying to bring me down with just spells. Which, obviously, I had my minions on the battlefield. It didn't matter that he was injuring me. So yeah, I think this game is too expensive for what it is. I think just look at the unlock. There's not that many spells in this game. The different characters are just cosmetic. They don't do anything different. So, and I don't know how much there's going to be multiplayer. Now, if the multiplayer is able to be active, this could be something recommendable. But if not, then I don't think it will be. Because I don't think playing against the AI, even on the hard mode, would be worse because they just have better spells and you're just going to lose and waste your time. So, I want to be generous because I did have fun with the multiplayer. So, because of that, I'm going to give this of course, I also won both my duels in multiplayer, so maybe that's why I had fun. But I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. A neutral recommendation. Drawing the rune magic spells does work. There's another review that they don't work. They do work. The trick is to draw them big. If you draw them small, they're not going to work. So you have to draw them big. Obviously, you want to draw them big and you want to draw them accurate so you can have the more powerful version of the spell. The less accurate you are, the less powerful the spell will be. Also, the bigger the spell, the more powerful. So you can draw it big and accurate. You can have a very powerful spell. More powerful than S is what you want to get versus getting a C grade or a B grade. So, yeah, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. And I think I'm being generous because part of me wanted to give this a negative recommendation, but I think there's enough here, especially because of the multiplayer. If the multiplayer didn't work, if there were issues with that, I probably would have given this a thumbs down. But, so keep that in mind. Neutral recommendation, but only if the multiplayer is active. Because I think it's too expensive for what it is. The quality is not there. The depth isn't there. So, I'm giving a neutral recommendation, but it's a neutral. Also with a proviso only because of multiplayer. Because there seems to be... It didn't take me very long to go against 2 different players. So, there's obviously people playing this. So, I gotta give it props for that. But... You could also play wands instead, which I think is more fun. You can't play unspoken anymore. They took down the server. So, and Spellpunk, that game, I always had problems drawing the spells. I don't know if they ever fixed that. And of course, Blast On, it's a little different, It's more like a shooting game and dodging, but it's also very similar. Even though it's more of a shooter than a magic spell game. But yeah, those are my thoughts, my initial impressions for War of Wizards. Again, I think I'm being generous by giving a neutral. Part of me is like saying I should give this a negative, but I think there's enough here. I had enough, I guess. Here's why I'm giving a neutral versus giving a negative, because I actually had fun in multiplayer. So that's why. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.